guys, today we're just going to do a quick lesson, some tips on what is probably the most common double bass fill, which is called the quad, or is hand-hand, foot-foot typically. You could play it the other way, but it's where you do 2 hands and 2 feet and you just repeat for as long as you want to fill for. Now, that sounds like super restrictive, but there's actually a bunch of stuff you can do with it because you can put the 2 hands on any drum on the kit, and then if you intersperse the 2 feet, it makes moving your hands around really easy. Some people consider this fill a little bit cliche or a little bit of a cop-out, but if you use it sparingly, if it's not the only thing you do, it actually sounds pretty good. And what it's sort of also good for, on a side note, is making people who are not drummers or who don't understand how this works think that you are a lot more capable than you are, because you can make a ton of noise, just a ridiculous amount of noise, with only one skill. And if you move your hands around, it sounds like you're doing new things, and you're really not. It's really good for sort of beefing up the amount of sound you can make without having to know a bunch of different stuff. So basically, I'm going to show you a couple of things about it. It's not that complicated. It's just a matter of practicing it evenly so that all 4 notes of the quad are distributed across the beat, such that they become 16th notes or 32nd notes exactly, and they don't bunch together. So the basic quad looks like this. So you can see it's hand, hand, foot, foot, goes around in a loop. You can do this the same way every time. If you get good at this right, left, and then right, left, that is sort of step 1. That's the first way to do it. So if I just play around with only that sticking, I get something like this. You know, whatever, it sounds okay, but I'm restricted without crossing over to a certain set of patterns. Now if I go the opposite way, left, right, foot, foot, and by the way, I always go right, left on the feet because it sounds the same, I can do a different set of patterns. But again, I'm also restricted to just things I can easily reach in that sticking, again, without crossing over. So I recommend learning to do it both ways so you can flip between them at will. Essentially being able to go back and forth without messing up the general pattern. Now, you obviously need to do this at the speed of whatever groove you're playing for it to make any sense, whether it be 16ths or 32nds, or if you're really smart, you can figure out how to make it do in triplets, but with 4 and then you're doing polyrhythms. But if you just want to make a ton of noise for like drum soloing purposes, you can just do it basically as fast as you can in order to make the most amount of noise possible. It's really good for like the big rock star finish of songs and stuff, where you just go nuts. Sounds like I'm doing a lot? Not really. Same pattern over and over. So if you have any questions about quads or what to do with them, let me know, but that's a basic overview of what they are and how to make sure that they sound good all the time, or at least good in a relative sense. Okay, cool, thanks. See you guys later.